Well, welcome back to Life on Cars, and today we're on to episode 2 of the Hidden Features video series. And today's video is all about the keys. Let's go. Just unlock and lock, right? Job done? No, there's lots of hidden features on this key. What an amazing bit of kit, considering the technology is getting on for 20 years old. Let's go through it all. First thing you'll notice, if I press unlock, it does unlock the passenger door as well. Now you can activate two-stage unlocking, so that if you press that, only the driver's door unlocks. Now there's two ways of doing that. One is through the infotainment system, through the menus, but what we can do is we can hold these two buttons down for 4 seconds and that will activate two-stage locking. Let's try it. So I'm going to press the unlock and lock together for 4 seconds. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, let's try it. Lock. Unlock. Doesn't unlock the passenger door. I have now activated two-stage unlocking. So to open the passenger door, I have to press that twice. There's lock. Unlock. I hope you've got a cup of tea ready, because there's quite a few features on this key. Let's crack on. If you've got a Jaguar of this vintage, I recommend that whenever you park up and lock the car, that you press the lock button twice. You will hear a beep. And what you've done then is you've activated global locking or high security locking, which means the doors cannot be opened from the inside, and it basically means the car is a lot more secure. So sat inside at the moment. Let me just prove that. I've set the alarm off. Oh, there we go. At least we know the interior movement sensor works. Let's just do that again. Hear that beep? Right, if I try and open that now, nothing happens. So someone breaks the window, reaches in and does that, the door won't open. So it's an added security feature. Show you that from outside so you can hear the beep. 1, 2, and the lights actually flashed for longer as well. So I'd recommend using that every time, especially if you park in the car for a long period. I like this one here. If you come into the car on a night and it's really dark, you press that button there, lights off. This is one that's rarely used, but it's handy. So the car's locked, but imagine you want to get into the boot without unlocking the rest of the car, then you can press that one. The boot can then be opened, and when you put whatever you want in the boot, then you close it again. See that flash? That means the car is now locked again. Now, if you put something in the boot, throw some stuff in there, and I accidentally throw the keys in and then shut it, now you're in trouble, because you won't be able to get in, and remember, all the other doors are locked. So just be careful with that particular function that you don't lock the keys in the boot, because it will lock if you do that. So the other one is, we do have a panic button on this key, which is the triangle there. Now what you've got to do is press it 3 times within 3 seconds. What will happen then is it will set off the alarm, and then to stop it you have to press it 3 times as well. So let's go. 1, 2, 3. Handy, I guess, if you need to warn someone off. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. You'll notice that it didn't turn off straight away when I did the 1, 2, 3. And the reason for that is it will not cancel until the alarm has sounded for at least 5 seconds. So let's try that again. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Stop straight away. If you watched episode 1, you will have noted that I removed episode 1 of the hidden features. You'll have noticed that I removed the blade key, the emergency blade key, which you do by pressing that little button there, and then you can withdraw the key from the fob. While we've got the key blade out of the key, it's worth pointing out that you can use that to lock your glove compartment. So handy if you've got some valuables in the car. If you look closely, there is a symbol there on the passenger door handle, which is telling you that there's a lock underneath this cover, which the key blade will go into in emergencies. So you insert the key into a little slot underneath, and then you can actually turn this key just gently, and what it does, it actually releases the cover. I'd recommend that you remove this cover very carefully and check that the key does actually work in the lock, and put a bit of lubrication in there while you're at it. Just work the key in and out to get the barrel working a bit better. Tumblers. And work it left and right. Mine is a bit stiff because it hasn't been used for a while. So I'm going to give it another shot and then put the cover back on. Now these key fobs do have an internal battery, which I believe is a CR2032. Now if that battery is getting low, it might come up on the dashboard telling you that the battery is low. Also, you might notice that you need to get closer to the vehicle to unlock it. If that happens, I would recommend popping a new battery in. One of the things I do when I buy a used car is I do replace the batteries in the fobs straight away as a matter of preventative maintenance. So that might be something that you want to look into. So there are some other features which you can program in from the center screen, and let's go through that now. Vehicle settings, security to start off with. So you can see here the two-stage lock and unlock can be changed via this center screen. Your mirror fold back on locking can be turned off and on. So basically when you lock the car with the key, the mirrors will fold in if that's put on. The intrusion tilt on off, that's actually a useful one to mention. I recently went on a ferry to the Isle of Wight, and a lot of car alarms were going off because the ferry was rocking around and moving around, and they were all being set off by the car alarms were being set off by the tilt sensor. So if you ever take your Jaguar XK onto a ferry, what you can do before you get out of the vehicle is you can go into this menu, change that to off, come out of the menu by pressing your home button. Now when you lock the car, for that one lock event only, the tilt sensor and the interior sensor will be turned off. The next time you lock the car after that, they will automatically go back on. So that's a useful one. Vehicle settings. So I'm just going to turn that back on. Then you've got a choice of drive away locking, which I always have on. So basically that means once the car gets moving down the road, it will lock all the doors for you, which just is another security feature. Global opening and global closing on. So I'm going to demonstrate that. What that means is you can hold down the lock or unlock button on your key, and it will close or open depending on whether you're locking or unlocking the windows. So it's quite a handy little setting, that. So that global opening and closing that we've just enabled, so if I press unlock and hold it down, it'll drop the side windows. And then if I want to, if I've got out of the car and the windows are down, it's a sunny day, and I want to lock the car, I can press and hold the lock and it will put the windows up. I did really just want to focus on the key functions, but I guess it kind of links in. So the Valet Mode, basically you enter a pin of your own choice, click OK, and that puts the vehicle into Valet Mode. Basically then what you would do is you would remove the blade key from the key, and then you could give that minus the blade key to someone who's going to park your car or whatever at the airport and keep hold of the key. And what that means then is they can't access your glove box because you'll have already, you may want to lock it, and you're taking that blade key with you. And also by having the Valet Mode turned on, it stops anybody getting into the boot as well, just in case you've got private things in there. So it's not something I've used yet. Whether I will use it in the future, I don't know. Some of you guys might have the Jaguar Smart Key. Now I don't have that. What the Smart Key is where if that key is in your pocket within a certain zone, that means that you can actually walk up to the car, and if you start to open the door it will unlock. I don't have that feature on mine. It doesn't have the Jaguar Smart Key, so I can't show you that function on my car because it's not fitted. But if you want to know more about the Jaguar Smart Key system, it is in the owner's handbook. So finally then, what's the purpose of this little compartment here? So if the battery has gone flat in here but you need to get the vehicle started, then Jaguar have handily allowed this key to be put into this little compartment. So what you do is you look for the triangle there, and that should be facing forward. Then you basically slide the door back over, and then you can put the just putting a light on there so we can see because it's a bit dark. So you slide the compartment door with the key, make sure that the triangle is facing forward, pop that in there, push it all the way down. You'll hear the steering wheel unlock, which means that the car can now be started. And then to get the key out, press it down and then it'll eject. So it's just a little feature that Jaguar have fitted in case the battery goes flat in the key. Final thoughts on this little hidden features video. Is there anything that I don't like about this key? Well, yes there is. These aren't particularly very strong, these keys. The weak spot is these chrome trims. I have got a spare key and one of these trims just decided to fall off without me noticing. Must have fell off when I took the key out of the pocket. So my other spare key, I've lost one of these, and I've noticed on this key here that these they don't fit brilliantly well, and so that's just something to watch out for. That you don't lose these trims off, because if you do, then the key falls to bits. Well, I hope you enjoyed that little hidden feature video, and there'll be more like that coming along very soon. Check out the playlist. If you're new to the channel, give us a thumbs up, even better still, give us a subscribe. See you very soon on Life on Cars.